Today we are going to take a look at how you can rearrange your segments of your podcast that we recorded in my last video. I'm going to show you how to add background music and sound effects. So let's get started. Hi, I am Pixel Pia. This is my second episode about how you can easily and for free create your podcast using only your phone and an app called Anchor. And if you missed the first one, take a little break here and look up in the eye where I have the link to the first episode and then come back. For you who watched the first one, we are going to start by putting my screen up here and log into our Anchor. I am already logged into mine, as you can see, but if you have logged out, just use the email or your Google account to log back in. Here we have the 3 episodes we recorded the last time: the intro, the start of podcast, and the end. The first thing I want to do is to change the name of intro, because that will be seen on the website. So I hit the 3 little dots and rename segment and call it Welcome. Confirm, and there we have it. I am also gonna record a 4th episode, just so we have that to work with. So I hit the little plus sign, hit the record button, and then, just as last time, I'm just talking into my phone. This will make absolutely no sense in the podcast itself, but this is a tutorial, and I needed this part to show you. When I'm done, hit the X and hit the little save button, name it extra, and add recording to episode. I now have to X out that window and I'm back at my episode. Now I have the 4th piece at the bottom, the extra. I want that piece to show up before the end, so I hold my finger down and just drag it above end. And at the top you can see rearrange segments. I hit save. And now I have the 4 segments in the order I want them to be. I am actually gonna do one more thing with the extra. I'm gonna edit it quickly. I click on the 3 little dots and edit audio. I am gonna cut out a couple of silent spots, and I do this very unprecisely. So now I hold my finger down and shows delete segment. And just as the last time, they become gray, and I enlarge it a little bit because this piece was hard to get a grip on, just by putting my 2 fingers on the screen and spread them or pull them together. So now you see I have 5 gray segments. So I hit save and save as one segment. I said we are gonna add background music. So let's add some background music to the welcome part. We hit the 3 little dots and add background music. As you can see, there is a lot to choose from. I like to go down to the section whimsical, and I like spunk lit. Let's listen to it. So let's hit the little plus sign and it will add it as background music to that segment. It will play the music a little bit, tone it down, and then you hear me talking, and then it turns up the volume again. Let's listen. This is how easy you can record your first podcast. Today. So that's how easy you add some background music. But maybe you don't want music behind your voice. You want just a piece of music between 2 segments. And that is just as easy. Hit the little plus sign, the same we used when we were recording, and swipe to the left until you find interludes. These are the same music segments as in background music, but when you use this part, it just plays between the 2 segments. Let's look in the back room. That was a short little 2 2-second music. Let's add that one by hitting the little plus and add interlude to episode. Hit the X up in the left corner, and as you can see, in the back room is now the last thing we have. When I want to move that part up between 2 episodes, 2 segments, I just hold it down and drag it up between start the podcast and extra and hit the save button. Now let's listen to this. Today I am just starting this very first podcast and showing you how easy it is to record the parts of your podcast. Just as last time, I'm just talking. And now you have a piece of music between 2 segments, while there was no background music at all. Let's do one more thing. Let's edit audio for the extra part and find a place where we can split it, save, and now it's saving it as 2 segments. Extra 1 of 2 and extra 2 of 2. The reason for this is I wanted a sound effect between the 2 segments. So I swipe to the left all the way to sounds. And let's listen at the attention sound. That sounds good. Let's add that to the episode. Add sound to episode and close this window. As you can see, that sound is at the bottom, but I hold it down, drag it up in between the 2 pieces and hit save. So let's listen to what that did. Just as last time, I'm just talking into my phone. That wasn't the best placement, but this is just to show you how it is done. So now we have a lot of pieces, and if we want to listen to all of it, how it sounds together, we have the little preview button at the top. We are not gonna listen through it now, but that is how you can add background music and sound effects and music between your segments. In my next episode, we're gonna hit that little button up in the right corner that said publish, and that will take us to where we can set up the page for the episode itself, add graphics and information, and we will also look how we can set up the web page for our whole podcast that all our episodes will be shown. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that little subscribe button and the bell so you get notified. And remember, never stop learning.